Hey guys, welcome back to Central City Barbecue. I'm Pitmaster James Cruz, and in this week's video, I'm going with a Southern classic. Pork chops and smothered cabbage. Let me tell you something, that's a comfort food that I can get down with any day of the week. Let's get comfortable. For the pork chop portion of this recipe, we're going to keep it very simple. All I'm going with is my buddy Cam Day's Elk Creek Grillin garlic jalapeno season. It's a great all-purpose season with a little bite to it, a little black pepper over the top. So this right here, it's got a plenty flavor. I'm gonna go real light across the top right here. You know, nothing crazy. Put a black pepper over that. A little more over that. Flip it over. Let's get the other side. A little more, a little more. A little black pepper. Black pepper. All right, so we'll let these guys rest for a little bit. We're gonna go over to the grill. I'm gonna start sauteing that cabbage. Can't wait, let's get started. We have the large Dutch oven getting pretty hot over the B&B hickory lump charcoal. First thing I'm gonna do is add a whole onion. I'm gonna sizzle this stuff down. Okay? And what you wanna do here is you want these to brown up. That's when you get some of the color and caramelize those onions. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. So at this point, you want to move those onions around. Get some nice color, make sure they're translucent. You want them to caramelize but not burn. So let this sit for a few minutes. Now that onions are starting to take on a little color, let's add the bacon. So I've got a ½ pound of right brand ends and pieces of bacon here. Okay, and what we want to do now is we want to brown this bacon, but I don't want to fully cook it, you know? Because we're gonna let it braise with the rest of the cabbage. Keep this bacon moving a little bit. We're gonna render that fat in that bacon. It's gonna add a lot of flavor to that cabbage. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bacon fat mixed in with some cabbage. Let's let this cook for a little bit. Next thing we're gonna add, about 4 cloves of garlic. Now this right here, this is only gonna cook for a few seconds. Just wanna get a little color on it. Bring out the aromatics in it. All right, as you can see, that bacon fat is pretty much rendered. Got a nice base in there. Bacon's starting to get a little color. The onions are completely sweated through. The next thing I want to add is a little splash of like a ham stock. Just enough to coat the bottom. That's going to develop our braising liquids for this cabbage. We've got a nice simmer going, so the next thing I want to add now is a tablespoon of that Elk Creek Grillin garlic jalapeno. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Let's mix this all together. As you can see right there, we're really starting to get a very nice color for the braising liquid. So let this cook for a few minutes, then we'll add the cabbage. We got 1 head of coarsely chopped cabbage. We're gonna add a little bit at a time. All right, let's cover it and let it cook for a few minutes. We'll come back and add more cabbage. Cabbage has been braising for about 5 minutes. Made some room for the new cabbage. Let's add the rest of the guys to the pool. I'm gonna add a splash more ham base. Add the rest of it. Cover it, let it braise for about 15 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to go for about 30 minutes instead of 15. Check it at 15 and then we'll look right there, but that does it. Alright, so what we're going to do now, cover this back up, and move it to the indirect side. That's how to grill this pork chop. Again, this pork is screaming hot. Is that where you sit? Oh yeah, man. Look at this grill pork. Alright, let's start and cover this right here. Toss it around a little bit. Just leave it uncovered, just like that. Pork chops are done. Cabbage is done. I can't wait to dig in. Let's scoop some up real quick. Woo, 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 woo. Can't beat this. Let's grab a couple pork chops. Oh, you ain't getting this every day at a fast food restaurant. This is something your grandma was cooking you. Check that out real quick. So this is about the time I dig in right now. Let me get some of this cabbage real quick. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you can't beat a good side. Man. I thought I was home for a second. Whew. Gave me a heart attack. This stuff, that's unbelievable. Let's try this pork chop. Ooh, it's tender. Juicy. Look at that. Dripping. I could have sworn there was awesomeness in the ingredient label. You know they hide those ingredients sometimes. Whew. I'm not sure where you're from, but where I'm from, that's called good old-fashioned good eating right there. You can't go wrong with that. It's such an easy recipe. You can cook it at home on your stove or on the grill. I did mine over that B&B hickory lump. I seasoned those 1-inch thick pork chops from the store. Some of this Elk Creek Grillin garlic jalapeno. You can't go wrong with that stuff right there. Then we got the Lodge cast iron. Browned some onions in there with a little cooking oil. Threw some bacon. If you don't love bacon, I don't know what's wrong with you. Then actually braised down some cabbage, some dry seasonings, covered it up, grilled these pork chops. Doesn't get much easier than that. Guys, look, I'm having a great time with this channel. Hope you are too. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you like the videos, go ahead and like them. Comment below, ask some questions, talk about it to your friends. Follow the restaurant on social media. Follow myself on social media. I'll answer any questions you have about barbecue. Guys, I'll see you next week.